Person 90, so I didn't get a title as I was doing your reading because things were kind of coming so easy and clear that I usually ask for a title of a reading because I'm not understanding. So at the very end, I asked for a title and I got Ask for Help. So that would be the title of your reading. So basically your energy manifests on the Rainbow Road, and I see these two bells. And first I think they're kind of like those wedding bells, you know, those like bells that you could see on the top of a cake, like one's kind of kicked out and one's kind of kicked back. And I see these bells like moving back and forth, and I keep hearing ding dong, and it just keeps going, singing like ding dong, and then like underneath everything, I'm thinking like wedding, like what's going on? And underneath, like me thinking wedding, I'm hearing ding dong, the witch is dead, ding dong, the witch is dead. And so I'm like, okay, do I go down the wedding path or the witch is dead Wizard of Oz path? So that one overrode the wedding path. So I'm taking the bells as the ding dong, meaning ding dong, the witch is dead. So then from there, I see this image of the witch's hat, right, after she gets melted. And I just see her hat, and I see this little leprechaun. And anytime I see a leprechaun, for whatever reason, he looks like the little Notre Dame Fighting Irish leprechaun. And so he's like angry and in his little green jumpsuit and like I don't know if it's a corn cob pipe or whatever that pipe is, and he's like dancing around the hat, like stomping it. I don't know. It's kind of funny and weird at the same time. And so I'm not getting the dynamic between the witch is dead and the leprechaun, but I'm feeling like this leprechaun, like when I keep seeing him, I'm getting this feeling of like Lucky attached to him, and the witch, I'm getting a feeling of unlucky because I get this vision of her being, you know, the water just being poured on her, and she basically dies and evaporates into nothing. And so how unlucky is that, right? Water gets on you and you turn into nothing. And so I see this leprechaun dancing around the hat, but he's like really angry and frustrated and like really kind of pissed off. And so I'm getting almost like that there's some kind of like triumph, or like ding dong, the witch is dead keeps playing, right? So I get that I'm thinking the witch is symbolizing something that, I don't know if in your life you're calling something like unlucky, like, God, that's so unlucky, or like if you use that quote anytime, or if the witch is symbolizing some kind of overriding presence in your life, if it's symbolic to like, you know, a situation or a person or a job or something that's like this overwhelming, like, oppressive kind of something going on in your life. And so it's almost like you're stomping around and you're really pissed off, and it's like this thing is kind of done, but you're really still kind of in this hatred mode over whatever this witch is symbolizing. And so then I see the leprechaun go up to what looks like a wizard's kind of conjuring altar. And he's small, so he has to step up like 5 steps to get to where this book is open on this table, on this altar. And he's facing away from the witch now, but he like keeps like going to the book and like pulling out of the book like golden dust and turning back and like throwing it around the witch. And it's like he's creating this, I feel like he's creating a circle, and anytime like in Wiccan or whatever the practice, like when you create a conjuring circle, like it's to protect you from the negative energy. And so I get that you're putting this dust, this circle, and you're like, to be done with this completely. It's almost like you're encapsulating it so it's completely out of your life. Like you are totally taking whatever this negative energy or whatever this witch symbolizes for you, and it's like you are completely distancing yourself for it, and to be completely done with it, you have to just like take it, all of this negative energy that's kind of in the body of this witch, and you're like completely encapsulating it. And so after this, and you've completely encapsulated this witch, then you get down off this altar and you start walking, and now your clothes change from the green to like this white. And I get this like drained energy. Like I feel like you, like the battle you just fought against this negative energy of this, I don't know, I'm saying unlucky, but I would think maybe that would hopefully piece you to something in your life. But whatever this unlucky energy is, or whatever that is, that it's like this is done, but you just fought the battle of your life to finish it. And so I'm watching this leprechaun now in this white outfit, and every step he takes in this new direction away from the witch, it's like his face, he's no longer angry. He's no longer like that fighting Irish. He looks literally drained. Like, I feel like I feel like if you were to pick him up, he wouldn't have any he wouldn't have any bones. Like, if you were to pick him up and let him go, he would literally just like crumple to the ground, like so drained, nothing left is what I'm feeling. Like, his face like went from crinkled and wrinkled up and like angry to like droopy and just, but like empty is a word, like nothing left is the feeling I get. And so he's walking, and then and as as I piece all those words together, then I see him actually, I know you, and so he turns into you, like I see you now as this energy, and you basically you're facing me, and these two what are your two girls come up to you under either side of your arms and like support you and like push you down, and now you're in this just completely connected energy. And like these girls in your life, I feel like this is what restores the energy from whatever that battle is that you fought. And so your girls come to you, and like I see you almost as if you were like sitting down on a couch, and they were like pushing you, kind of like jumping into your arms, pushing you down on the couch. I see your head back, your eyes closed, you have this big smile on your face, and your girls are bringing like white light energy into your body. And I feel I get that they are like the charge, the restoring factor for you. And then basically you depart from this, and they leave, and you look at me and you say, God, what did you say? You were like this is what I need, or this is me, or something like this is who I am, or something like to that effect. And so then from here you turn now as yourself. You're the visual image of you if you were to stare in a mirror, and I see you walk towards the portal, which is represented by the like a door frame, and you're walking to this door frame, and this is where we transition into the next phase of the energy. And you almost look at me, and I swear if you would like do a sign of a cross, you probably would have. Like, I see you take this deep inhale, your head kind of dips down, and it's like one of those like, here we go, and you like jump and turn on your back as if you know how like when you're on the floor and you jump onto the bed and like you do that twist in the air so you land on your back. That's what you did, and you get caught by this cloud energy, and you get rose up all the way to the crown chakra. So a lot of times the energy will turn into something here that connects to one of the chakras for me, and so you were on this cloud, and it took you all the way up as high as you can go. And now I see you in the crown chakra energy, which is your spiritual connection, or the connection to spirit. And so I see you on this cloud on your knees, and I'm almost looking from a vantage point as if I was standing on the ground, looking all the way up at you in the clouds. I wasn't able to see what you were talking about up there. It was really interesting. I could only see like a little bit of you. And so you're on a cloud on your knees, and I felt like you were almost praying or talking to like, what you would consider a god, or like a guide or an angel, somebody that you could make a contract with, or like discuss your lesson plan in this life. I felt like you were up there as if this was like before you incarnated into this life, and you were in the sixth dimension, setting your whole life path in front of you. Like, I feel like you're almost right now in this life, like able to talk to your angels or guides or gods or whatever you call it, and create whatever it is you're looking for. So I felt like you have the opportunity. If you don't pray, if you're not somebody that talks to a deity or connects in this way, I feel like if you don't do that, like if you do that, that's probably what it was referencing, that you have the ability to talk to your guides or God and make a contract for whatever you're looking for. But if not, I feel like you have this power right now, like whatever it is that's in your head. And I think, did I title this Ask for Help? Like whatever is in your head, you have to express that and put it out to the universe and say, this is what I want. I need help. like, do this for me, align this for me, put it in my path. I felt like you had so much power. You were up there making your contract, setting it, and you guys shook hands. That's what I could see. I couldn't hear any part of the contract, but I saw you shake hands. It was like an agreement, like, okay, we'll do this. So I would suggest, if you don't, and then I started getting in my right hand, my right forearm started really pulsating. And so, if you're not somebody that feels comfortable talking to a guide or God or the universe or whatever you want to call it in your head, then what I got actually at this phase was that you would write down whatever it is you want and you stick it in your pillowcase. And like at night, I almost felt like you could, at night when you when your soul leaves your body or when a part of your spirit leaves your body, you will actually go and make these contracts, but you have to write down exactly what you want, and always at the end of that sentence of whatever you want, put or something better, because sometimes we don't always know what's best for us. And then I see you like going up into the sixth dimension, quote unquote heaven, and making these contracts for yourself in this lifetime. So from here, I then see, if you were to take a geometric shape of a triangle, literally just like if you were to draw it with a pencil, cut it in half from one of the points down into the base of that line, bisecting that bottom line, and then flip it on its side. Like, this is what I saw come up into the heavens where you were, and your cloud, you were on the cloud on your knees, like you were kneeboarding, and you just like slid down the side of this triangle. It was really interesting, and I don't know why I'm describing it so much because it didn't really have a meaning, but it was simple. It was like, I'm going to take the easiest point now to my highest wisdom. So you took this little like half triangle slope down right into your Akashic records. And so I think that maybe is important to say, because I get this feeling of like simple and easy, and like you're going to take the path of least resistance maybe. And so then you're sitting in front of your records, and your records is this, huge kind of castle-ish building. And it's interesting because the door of your records is fire. And I hear like a burning, crackling fire, and I see you, and you do that same face that you did before you went through the first portal into the cloud. You did that same kind of like deep breath, here we go again, and you had to walk through this fire to get into your records, and your records represent your highest wisdom, your most aligned destiny, all of the wisdom from all of your lifetimes, all of this stuff. And so it's like you had to move through this fire to get there, and fire tends to represent to me solar plexus energy too, which is like the fire that burns for life, like the passion almost for life, and it always has to do with the self. And so as you get into your records, your entire records are almost like engulfed in fire, but it's like there's a big circle in the middle, and all of the outside is like engulfed in these fires. And so I'm thinking that, again, there's this, whatever this is that you're asking for, that there's this, like, you have to cultivate this passion. And I feel like maybe it is saying that you have this, what it is, this passion that kind of inspires you to continue on with life, or maybe it's an idea or something. I get that there's some kind of like transformation too, right? So in the very beginning, the Wicked Witch is dead. You're battling this, whatever this symbolic witch's energy in your life, and there's unlucky, lucky to it, and then it's kind of depleted, but then your kids help to bring this energy into you and this connection, and so I feel like there's this passion. And passion's not the right word. It's like, it's more than passion. It is like the fire that ignites you in your soul to live and to be and to do. And I get that's what was the connection to your girls almost. I felt like they brought some of that into you. But so you're in the records now, and that's what's kind of surrounding you. And it's so funny. So I call down your higher self, and your higher self comes down. Like if you were to add 150 pounds of muscle to your body and like maybe be a Rambo Hulk mix, like this is the higher self angel that was coming down. So this person comes down almost like on a rope, like dropping down into the middle of that circle that's not engulfed in fire, and that's where you're standing. And like with a big like gun, just starts like ripping bullets into the fire and like spraying bullets in a full circle, like into the fires around you. And so I'm like, what is the meaning of this? And so then I called, and what am I? So I had to figure out what that was before he changed. So I'm getting that what they're calling on you to do is basically the Rambo guy comes in to get rid of any self-doubt. And as soon as I said, get rid of the self-doubt, the Rambo guy turned into like a classic vision of an angel. And so I know that that was the right message that needed to be expressed. And so basically to have and to cultivate this like fire, this like intensity and love and kind of like that fuel for life, you have to let go of the self-doubt is, I guess, what this whole Akashic record, inside of that Akashic records was trying to say. And so from here, then I ask your higher self what's for the greatest good for you to know at this moment in time. And basically they're kind of showing me back to where you're making those contracts with the most divine version of yourself or God or the universe or whatever you want to call it. And in shaking hands and saying, it's time, you need to ask for help, like we're here. And they're showing me on a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level, like I feel like all around you, like they were saying, it's hard for you to ask for help or it's hard for you to express what you want. And so they're saying that on all of these levels you're supported. And I get like on a family level you're supported, on an emotional level you're supported, on a mental level you're supported, and on a spiritual level, like they're waiting for you, like the universe. And I say they, but that's just because I connect into energy and I kind of see it as angels or guides. But the energy of the universe or the matrix, what they call it, is just allowing your energy to not be so restricted in your own body and having that confidence and no self-doubt that if you open yourself to the divine kind of light and energy and everything that's around you, that you're going to be supported and taken care of. And so again, trust is another thing, like walking through the front door of your Akashic records as a fire pit, like you had to trust moving in there that you weren't going to be hurt. So that's kind of the overall or overriding message. And so ask for help on any level and every level. But I say write it down on a piece of paper, put it in your pillowcase, and allow yourself to deal with it in dream state. So with light and love.